This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Portland cops on lookout for St. Lucia fugitive. The police have stepped up surveillance in the northeastern Jamaica parish after 27-year-old Orville Purnell, a fugitive who fled St. Lucian authorities, escaped custody from the Kingston Central Police lockup on Wednesday. Purnell, a Jamaican who was awaiting extradition to St. Lucia, was initially arrested by the Fugitive Apprehension Team in Buff Bay, Portland on July 14, 2021 and transferred later to Kingston. Deputy Superintendent Troyville Hunton, acting commander of the Portland Police, told the news via telephone that they were scouring sections of the parish, including areas that might have been Purnell's stamping ground. The fact that he may have changed or altered his appearance probably will make it a little difficult. He has now escaped custody twice, and therefore we consider that he has capabilities, said Hunton. We don't take much for granted as it relates to this escapee, and we do not consider this person to be a saint. Hunton urged the Portlanders to be vigilant and to alert them to the presence of strangers, issuing a warning that it is illegal to harbor a fugitive. Purnell is wanted in St. Lucia for murder, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and escaping custody. He is believed to have fled to Jamaica in October 2020. The fugitive is of dark complexion, medium build, and approximately 180 centimeters or 5 feet 11 inches tall. He also has several tattoos on both arms. At the time of his escape, he sported dreadlocks. However, investigators believe he may have since cut his hair. We have honored all requests in gang case. One of the country's two main telecommunications companies has said it has honored a request by the Jamaica Constabulary Force in relation to the investigation of the Klansman One Don gang. We have to date fulfilled all requests received, said Flow Jamaica in a brief statement issued Wednesday evening. However, the company did not say when. Flow Jamaica said it treats all requests by the security forces urgently, even as it noted that the process under the Telecommunications Act and the Interception of Communications Act is governed by the established protocols. Telephone calls to spokespersons of Digital Jamaica, the other major telecom firm, have gone unanswered. On Monday, the chief investigator in the case disclosed during the gang trial that the police had challenges obtaining telephone data from the service providers and that the constabulary force is still awaiting the requested information. According to the police detective, the telephone records relate to the phones that were collected from several of the 33 defendants and the 3 cell phones that were used by a former gang member to secretly record the conversations of alleged ex-cronies, including reputed leader Andre Blackman Bryan. Mackenzie doses hopes for Betheltown Fire Station. While acknowledging there is a need for a fire station in eastern Westmoreland, local government minister Desmond Mackenzie, who has portfolio responsibility for the Jamaica Fire Brigade, says the government had not signed off on proposals for the construction of such a facility in Betheltown. The Westmoreland Municipal Corporation, mainly through advocacy by Betheltown Division Councillor Dan Ray Delancey, has been calling for a fire substation to be established in the area, as it is more than 1 hour's drive away from the fire station in the parish capital, Savannah-Lamar. Stakeholders in the parish have long argued that because of the size of the parish and the hilly terrain on the eastern side, there is a need for more than just 2 existing fire stations in Savannah-Lamar and Negril to respond to emergencies. However, while stating that he understood the situation and would have wanted to see the concerns addressed in the shortest time possible, Mackenzie said that the residents of Betheltown will have to await future budgetary allocations to know if and when their dream will become a reality. Earlier this year, senior officers from the Jamaica Fire Brigade had toured the Betheltown police station along with Delancey to explore the possibility of establishing a substation on the property. However, it was deemed unsuitable. The government did not indicate at any time about the Betheltown fire station. We know it is of concern, but right now, there are 3 stations that are slated to be constructed next year, said Mackenzie. I did indicate that we will be looking at the question of Betheltown and also one in St. Elizabeth. 2 of the new stations to be constructed next year will be located in Ulster Spring in Trelawney and Papine in St. Andrew. However, Mackenzie had good news for residents of Montego Bay St. James, indicating that the second city's long-awaited new fire station is ready and will be officially opened in the next year. The fire station in Montego Bay is almost completed. The only thing that is outstanding is to put in the equipment. We did give a commitment that we will try to have the station open in this calendar year, but there are circumstances in major construction of that nature, but we are almost there now, he said. Alleged gun woman and the co-accused get new court dates. Sudine Hilton, the St. James woman facing murder charge arising from an incident in which Richard Jimmy Baker, also of the Western Parish, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting, and her co-accused Sion Knight appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Monday, but had the case against them put off until January 31, 2022. Hilton and the Knight were nabbed shortly after the alleged incident on August 12, when the vehicle in which they were traveling was chased down and intercepted by a police patrol. While Hilton, who was represented by attorney Michael Hemmings, had her bail extended until her next scheduled appearance, Knight, who was unrepresented, was remanded in custody by presiding parish judge Sasha Ashley. During Monday's proceedings, Hemmings told the court that Knight had requested additional time to determine if he would be able to retain the services of an attorney at law, Shelley Ann Hyman, who had represented him in a previous hearing. Ms. Hyman had asked me to inform the court that the legal representation is to be settled, and Mr. Knight indicates that he needs to have a discussion with his father to have Ms. Hilton represent him, Hemmings told the court. The court was also told that the prosecution's case file is incomplete and the post-mortem report is still outstanding and additional statements have not yet been received. According to the allegations, on August 12, Baker was driving along the Salt Spring Main Road when he stopped to do some checks on his vehicle. A white Toyota Axio motor car drove up beside him, and the occupants fired several shots at him, hitting him multiple times. Baker managed to drive away from the scene and shortly afterwards encountered a police patrol and reported to them what had transpired, including a description of the car in which his attackers were traveling and the direction in which they went. He was subsequently transported to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he died while undergoing treatment. Acting on the information they got, the police tracked down the vehicle as it entered Sam Sharp Square, and Hilton, who was the driver, and the Knight was arrested. They were subsequently charged for a range of offenses, including murder. Thompson Hero Cup's World Athletics Female AOY Award. Elaine Thompson Hero's Dream 2021 season has ended, with the Jamaican speedster walking away with track and field's biggest accolade, that of the World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year award. Thompson Hero became only the third Jamaican woman after Merlene Ottey in 1990 and the Shelley and Fraser Prize in 2013 to secure the trophy.
After missing out on winning the coveted World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year award in 2016 and 2020, Elaine Thompson Hero, bolstered by her 3 gold medals in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and sprint relay at the Tokyo Olympics, topped all challengers at Wednesday's Glitzy Award ceremony in Monaco.
This award means a lot to me. I can recall when I came here in 2016, thought that I would win, but it didn't turn out to be that. Looking 5 years later, based on my accomplishment, they acknowledged me this year to win, and honestly, Karen, I'm really happy, overwhelmed.
Despite all her achievements this season, to include career best times of 10.54 and 21.53 seconds, making her second only to American Florence Griffith Joyner, Thompson Hero admitted to some nerves going up against a stacked field.
Well, I had a little jitter, of course, The women came out this year, not only in sprinting, but all across the board, And as I said, it was a challenging one. Not only that, I retained my double. A lot of women had done world records, world lead, and stuff like that. And for me to I've chosen to give this award, you know. It means a lot.
Under the guidance of her husband, Darren Hira, the 29-year-old sprinter is now aiming to improve on her performances for next season.
You know, 2022 is coming up. And I'm always confident. Even when I'm injured, I'm confident in myself because I know that sometimes the injury that hinders me from performing at my best. But as I said, the work has to go in. I'm looking forward for Eugene. I have no title for the World Championship, so I'm just getting the work done to claim a title, of course.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.